You just checked your bank account, and for a second, it didn't make sense. You're earning more than you ever did back home. The numbers look bigger. The currency feels stronger. And yet somehow, nothing is sticking. The rent goes out, the groceries add up. Transport, subscriptions, random spending, you don't even remember half of it. And by the end of the month, you're right back where you started. Except now, you're tired. Because this wasn't supposed to happen here. You didn't move countries to feel broke again. At first, it didn't look like a problem, it looked like progress. The first salary felt like a win. You converted it back to your home currency and thought, yeah, this is it. You told yourself things would stabilise. Once I settle. Once I understand the system. Next year I'll start saving properly. But then next year came, and nothing really changed. You just got comfortable. It's the small things that quietly stack against you. The subscription you forgot to cancel because it's only $9.99. The Uber you take because you're tired after work. The weekend you justify because you deserve it. The new clothes because you want to look like you belong here. And slowly, your life starts matching your environment, not your goals. You stop thinking in terms of building wealth. You start thinking in terms of maintaining comfort. That's the shift nobody warns you about. Because from the outside, it still looks like you're doing well. You live abroad, you earn in a strong currency, you're making it. But internally, and something feels off. You're working harder than ever, and still not getting ahead. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. It's not just your spending, it's the system you walked into. Nobody tells you this when you move abroad. You don't just enter a new country, you enter a new financial game. Different rules, different pressures, different expectations. And if you don't understand the game, you default to survival mode. Because think about it, you're rebuilding everything from scratch. New rent system, new credit system, new taxes, new social expectations. You don't have the advantage of familiarity anymore. So what do? You overpay for convenience. You avoid risks because you want stability. You choose safety over growth. Not because you're lazy, because you're trying to survive. And survival's expensive. But here's what nobody tells you about money abroad. Earning more doesn't mean building more. In fact, for most immigrants, it's the opposite. Because your expenses scale faster than your awareness. Your lifestyle upgrades before your mindset does. You adapt to the environment before you understand it. And that gap, that's where your wealth disappears. There's a guy who moved to the UK earning $55,000 a year. Back home, that would have made him elite. Here, after rent, bills, transport and lifestyle, he was saving less than he did, earning a fraction of that. Not because he was reckless, because he played the game the way everyone around him was playing it. And this is where everything breaks, because the people around you aren't building wealth either. They're just maintaining a lifestyle. You see nice apartments, clean environments, people living comfortably. But comfort is not wealth. Comfort is rented. Wealth is owned. And once you realize that, you start seeing things differently. The people who actually build wealth abroad don't play the same game. They don't optimize for comfort. They optimize for control. Because money isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and what you do with it. Most people focus on increasing income. But the real shift happens when you control outflow. Think about this. Every pound you earn is a decision waiting to be made. And most people make those decisions emotionally. Convenience, status, short-term relief. But the people who win, they make decisions strategically. They see money as a tool, not a reward. There's a couple who moved abroad and made one decision that changed everything. They refused to upgrade their life for 2 years. Same small apartment, strict spending, no unnecessary lifestyle inflation. Everyone thought they were struggling, but they weren't. They were building. By the time others were comfortable, they were free. Because wealth isn't built when things feel easy. It's built when you're intentional. And this is the part most people avoid. Your lifestyle abroad is not neutral. It's either building your future or quietly destroying it. Every decision has a cost, not just in money, but in freedom. That apartment you stretched for, that's years of delayed options. That lifestyle you're maintaining, that's capital you'll never invest. That comfort you keep choosing, that's time you won't get back. And the truth is, you already know this. You feel it when you hesitate before buying something. You feel it when you check your account at the end of the month. You feel it when you realise another year passed and nothing changed. But here's the uncomfortable part. Nobody is going to fix this for you. Not your job, not the country you move to, not time. Because if nothing changes, 5 years from now will look exactly like today, just with more expensive habits. And the alternative? It's not easy. It's choosing discomfort when comfort is available. It's saying no when it would be easier to say yes. It's thinking long-term in a system designed for short-term living. But that's where control comes from. So now you have a choice. You can keep playing the same game. Earn, spend, repeat. Stay comfortable, stay stuck. Or you can step back, see the system for what it is, and start making decisions that actually move you forward. Because the question isn't whether moving abroad was a good idea. The question is, what are you doing with the opportunity? And more importantly, how much of your life are you willing to trade for comfort?